Hey guys, I decided to repost that video that I took down after a bunch of people reminded me that it really is just my personal opinion. There's no reason for anybody to get offended by anything I say. This is America, we all have ideas, we're right or wrong. You agree or disagree, and I shouldn't let that bother me or affect what I'm doing here in the RV. So let me just reiterate the fact one more time that these are just my personal opinions, and it's okay if you don't agree with it. Please don't be offended by what I say. I'm not attacking or making fun of anybody who watches my video. I just sit back and watch, and then sometimes I have stuff to say. So here's the video. Hey guys, Eric here, Nomadic Fanatic. I wanted to share my specific ideas on the whole American dream stereotype and kind of compare my thinking to what, 99% of the rest of the population considers the American dream. And if you don't agree with me, don't be offended by all this stuff. I'm just sharing my opinions, and I'm not attacking people out there, because I know there's a lot of people that watch my videos that don't live this lifestyle I do, but they just watch this lifestyle. So I'm not attacking you guys, I'm not making fun of you guys, I'm just explaining how I see it. Everybody around me lately has been getting married. In my family right now, I have 2 older brothers, 2 older sisters, and 2 younger brothers. My baby brother, who just turned 21, is getting married this summer, which just leaves me unmarried out of my family. But I've been asking people when they talk about, hey, I'm getting married, I'm always quick to be like, why? And people always get offended when I ask that, and I don't mean it in an offensive way, but oh, we're getting married, and I'm like, why? And then they look at me like, what? Because it's what you do when you love someone, but I mean, generally they don't really have an answer. They're kind of just flabbergasted that I would have the balls to say something like that. Like, they take it offensively. And I'm like, no, seriously, I want to know what made you want to get married? Like, what is marriage, And when we start getting in this conversation with people, and usually they just get offended and I think I'm being an ass. But really, I want to know, and people don't ever have an actual answer for me. They're just like, because that's what you do when you love someone. That's the next step, and it's like, that doesn't make any sense. You don't understand marriage. You just do it because the rest of the people around you do it, and they told you you're supposed to do it. You don't even know what it, So I usually don't like to get into that debate, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I am one to start the debate. I'm sorry. People are fine with spending thousands of dollars on these marriage ceremonies and hiring the religious people to come preside over there and make them official, and then sign these in documents and make this huge American spectacle about the marriage system. And it's this big, huge event that everybody gets involved with and takes so seriously. And then 2 years down the road, you click the undo button, Command Z, and it all is just like laughed at and reversed. And it's like, wait a minute, that was easy to delete, And so, I mean, I have this comical approach to it, because you take so much effort and put so much into the marriage, and then it's just, screw it, just delete it, undo the whole event. And I just don't understand that concept. It's like, I think that's why marriage is more of like a laughable thing to me right now, that just nobody takes seriously. If someone were to give me a real, true, honest answer for why they're choosing to get an American marriage, I'd love to hear about that. But since then, no, it's just, that's what you do. That's what we're supposed to do. So that's part of the American dream, right? Divorce is a very common theme in my family. And I don't want to get into the negatives of that right now, so I'm just going to skip that, but just so you know. Everybody thinks that they have to have 2.5 kids in their family after marriage. And again, I question that. Why do you have to have kids? Why do you have to have, a full family? What are your reasons for that? They don't say that it's going to make them happier, or they don't. People, a lot of times when I ask them that, they don't have a reason for that. And okay, let's not lie here. So a lot of times pregnancies are accidental. Oh my gosh, they weren't planned. Okay, so that aside, though, I understand that a lot of people consider the American dream to have kids and to raise a family. When I do sometimes get a response out of people like, well, why do you want to have kids? A lot of people have been responding to me at like, well, look, the world is built around having kids. Our country is built around having kids. It's structured in a way that reinforces family, and that has activities for children and involves people in their schools and stuff like that. And then I'll start to get into this other debate where it's like, no, the economy isn't stupid. They know how to make money. People can't stop having kids. They have this convulsion to raise a family and to have kids. Therefore, the economy structures itself around that idea. Since the majority of families have kids, they cater to your family and your kids, and they're making money off you. If people stopped having kids, there would stop being resources and available for families that have 6 to 8 kids. Another thing that I think people have a misconception about is credit and ownership in America. Somebody on Facebook, and not to like point fingers or call them out or anything, but come on, I'm using it as an example. She posted, "Yay, I just bought my first brand new car. I own a brand new car now." And it's like, no, you don't. You just committed yourself to a bank for the next 9 years to pay $500 a month. The bank owns you. You don't own anything. You didn't pay for anything yet. The same thing goes with buying a house. People brag about, "Ooh, I'm a homeowner now. I own a house." No, you don't own shit. You just tied yourself down to $2,000 payments for the next 35 years of your life. People have this misconception that buying something on credit and putting it out into the future makes you own that thing. And it's the exact opposite. You're building these chains and you're burying yourself so that you can't even dig yourself out of this hole in the future. It's not the American dream. It's this fake American dream that the society is making it seem like the norm. Credit cards, debt, even phone contracts, cell phone contracts, and cable contracts through the cable companies. Everybody thinks that they need this stuff to fulfill that imaginary American dream. Like, people are creating this falsely. Like, that's not the way it works. Every one of these fake American dreams that people perceive is basically just a Trojan horse, and they don't even see that everything they keep grabbing and pretending like they own is really just another ball and chain that is, forcing them to be more confined in this world. They're not free at all. They're doing the exact opposite, and they're pretending to be happy on the outside when really they feel like crap on the inside because they realize this isn't working at all. Who told me this is the way I'm supposed to live? Those people aren't able to get rid of a lot of that stuff. They've made those choices and they're kind of permanent, especially the family ones. I'm 32 years old, never married, no kids. I've never owned a credit card or used a credit card in my life. I have never, nor will I ever, buy a new car or a house or sign a phone or cable contract. Even though I've never experienced any of that, I'm living through the lives of others, and I see that, and I don't want to make those choices. I want to live an American dream where I actually feel free and not just fake it on the outside. I literally am free. They can call their lives free, and I'm not saying I'm living the best life. It's definitely not a normal life by any means. It's weird as hell, but I am free. I'm making my own American dream, and I'm happy with that. Again, I'm sorry if my thoughts and ideas offended anybody watching this. That wasn't my intention. I'm just telling you where I'm coming from and kind of my learning process through life. Again, I'm still young. I'm only 32 years old. I've got a lot to learn still, but I've been questioning things for many years now. I've been questioning the whole American dream fairy tale concept, and I don't get it. I absolutely don't get it. More so that I don't get it, I don't get that so many people buy into that shit. Like, just they have no answer for me why they do the things they do, except that, and this is the answer I hate most, but they say, that's the way life works, Eric. That's the route you go. That's the next step you take. You get married, you have kids, you get a job career that ties you down and keeps you in one spot, you buy a house, buy a house. You put yourself into a contract to buy a house. You put yourself in a contract to buy all the cars and stuff. That's just the direction and the steps you take to fulfill that American dream. And then I just like look at him and I'm like, what? That makes no sense. You couldn't possibly lock yourself down anymore and be not free. But I'm not judging people. I'm just throwing out my ideas, and well, we all choose to live a different life. Nobody's saying one's right or wrong or one's normal and not normal. So, anyways, take care. I'll talk to you guys later.